Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. This is Tarot by Melissa, and in today's reading, we're going to be answering the question, what are you manifesting? So in this reading, we're going to take a look at what it is that you are currently calling into your life. So this could be for those of you that are consciously trying to manifest something. This could be a great reading for you to see kind of where you're at in terms of what it is that you're attracting, whether or not you're in alignment with this manifestation or not. It can also be a great reading for those of you that are just curious to see what kind of vibes you're pulling in unconsciously, right? We're always manifesting because that's just how the world works, right? Whether we realize it or not, we are the creators of our own reality. So let's get into our disclaimers. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so some of the messages may apply quite specifically to you and your situation. Others of the messages might not, so if it doesn't feel like it fits your situation, if it feels a little bit confusing, simply just release it and let it go. Please do not allow it to get you upset. Again, remember, it's a general reading. If you did want to book a personal reading with me, all the details on how you could book one will be linked in the description box down below. Personal readings are always a great way to get a more specific and accurate read on your own personal situation. All right, so let's get into our pile selection. We're going to be working with 3 piles today. Starting with pile number 1, we have some Amazonite. For pile number 2, we have some clear quartz. And for pile number 3, we have some honey calcite. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your manifestation, what it is that you're calling into your life at this time. Go ahead and select the crystal or the card that you feel the most intuitively connected to. And once you made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box to locate the timestamp that will take you to your selected reading. See you there. Hey, pile 1, if you guys picked out this Amazonite crystal, this will be your reading. So we're going to be looking into what you are currently manifesting and calling into your life, whether you're aware of this or not. So let's go ahead and get started. So from the tarot cards, we have an 8 of Cups. We have the Hierophant card. And we have the Gibbous Moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. So I do feel like this group is consciously aware of what it is that they're manifesting. And even if you're not, and you're like, I don't know what I'm manifesting or intentionally manifesting, I think that you guys are aware that you're closing out a chapter in your life. Okay, there's something that you're walking away from, something that you're letting go of. With the 8 of Cups, I feel like what you guys are calling in is some sort of, and with the Hierophant card, this feels like a very spiritual journey for this group. It feels like you are sort of in remembrance of some sort of time in your life that has now passed, or some sort of energy in your life that you are needing, you know that you need to move away from it, right? Like there's kind of this energy here of, you know, it's like a burn ritual is sort of what I'm seeing here, of just sort of like setting intentions and then burning them to release them into the universe. Or it can also be a letting go sort of burning ritual, right? Where you write down the thing that you want to release and you set it on fire to release it. And it's this release is allowing this group to move forward into more fulfilling days in your life. So I kind of feel for you guys, maybe this has been tough. Like you've been sort of in a tougher cycle right now with the Gibbous Moon. It's been emotional for you. There's definitely a lot of feeling and emotion that I'm getting from this energy. But the cool thing with the sun rising here and with the Gibbous Moon, you guys are very, very close to being able to fully wash your hands of the situation and leave it behind. I feel like you guys are manifesting like deeper understanding of yourselves or deeper understanding of your spiritual beliefs. I feel like you guys are manifesting being in alignment with your spiritual path. There's definitely this energy with the 8 of Cups of seeking fulfillment and seeking deeper understanding and exploration, kind of being on a journey here. And we also have the Hierophant card, which talks about themes of tradition, spirituality, higher learning, mentorship. Some of you guys could be working with a mentor right now, and maybe this is the person that's supporting you in releasing the past and letting go of whatever it is that you need to release to achieve this goal that you have in mind. But this is a very like peaceful, centered energy. It's giving self-enlightenment. And I'm also kind of seeing like a stairway here. It's almost like Stairway to Heaven is the message I'm getting from this. I don't know like why. Maybe the song is important to you guys. Led Zeppelin, I don't know. But I kind of see you guys tapped into higher levels of consciousness and tapped into higher levels of understanding of yourself and your spiritual path and what your needs really are to be fulfilled emotionally. With the gibbous moon, you are close to reaching the goal, but the thing to remember about this card is that sometimes it does come with heightened emotion, and it can also indicate that the situation that we're in is a little bit tricky right now. So we have to be kind of mindful about doing anything too drastic or doing anything too impulsive at this time, because it can actually cause things to like spiral in a way. So let's see. Think of it as like a balloon that's easily popped if you're not careful. That's kind of the energy I get from this. But overwhelmingly, this is a very reassuring message for this group about like being very close to achieving some desired goal for yourself. So let's get an astrology card next. What is pile 1 manifesting? Wow, so we have 8th house. Again, deep healing, deeply spiritual as well. The moon card being here. So your relationship with your emotions. I do feel that this group, I think that you guys have been doing a lot of deep introspective work. And you guys have like a deeper understanding right now of what emotions you're feeling and your relationship with emotions. If you check your moon sign in your astrology chart, in your birth chart, it can give you a little bit more insight into your relationship with your emotions with the moon, depending on the sign and the house that it's in. Maybe it's in the 8th house for some of you. But 8th house energy is kind of dealing with the stuff that's beneath the surface, right? And it also deals with themes around other people's resources. So think of like partnerships and shared resources within partnerships. You can think of shared resources within maybe like business partnerships or companies that you work for. This can also talk about things like taxes, right? That's kind of another shared resource energy that we don't always like. Or this can also just talk about like death and rebirth in general, and sex, intimacy, things like that. So all of these themes could be significant for this group, or maybe one of those themes resonates most for you. But I think it really lines up with what I'm getting about you guys just being on this very deep introspective, spiritual journey in your life. And I just continue to feel like what you're really manifesting is emotional fulfillment, right? A life where you feel like you're living in your truest, most authentic energy. So let's continue for pile number 1. What is pile 1 manifesting? Do you see this card popping out, showing itself? This is beautiful, pile 1. Let's see. So we've got strategy energy coming up here. What is pile 1 manifesting? Ooh, the garden and the gate. This is so interesting, you guys. I kind of feel that you guys have been in a comfort zone for a long time, right? With the garden and the gate being here and with this attachment energy. I think that you guys have been really maybe fixated on this thing that you've been comfortable with for so long, or maybe really fixated on this thing from your past that has been lasting long since, like maybe you've been holding on to it longer than it needed to be held on to. Like it's past its expiration date here. Your attachments have been what it is that's keeping you shackled or what's keeping you stuck. The attachment to those comforts are keeping you stuck in the same place. And I feel so strongly that this group is wanting to branch out and expand because you've outgrown. I think you guys have just really outgrown the current situation that you're in right now. And you're understanding this through all of this healing work that you're doing. So I want to read to you guys about the garden and the gate from the guidebook because I think this comes with a very interesting message. It talks about abundant prosperity and staying safe. This card shows a peaceful young woman in a beautifully blossoming garden with colorful flowers all around. However, the gate to the road outside the garden is locked while the girl wears a key on a chain around her neck. This card upright bodes well for the financial scene. In fact, there may be a lot of money or other personal pleasures coming your way at this time. But be aware, the choice to stay in the seeming security of this lovely garden may actually be motivated by habit or a fear of the unknown. The beauty is enticing and worth enjoying, but you may not be giving your spirit the freedom to roam, which is exactly, this is what you guys want. While it is fine to amass a great deal of wealth, don't let it keep you from karmic path or from living your truth. You have the choice to shift your focus, widen your spiritual perspective, and gain the world that is just outside of your gate. This is what I feel. You guys, I think, realize that where you're at right now is very comfortable. It's providing you the lifestyle that you like to live. I think for the majority of you guys, you're very comfortable. Maybe you've done things kind of the status quo way with the Hierophant card coming up. Maybe this is about your career, or it's about whatever lifestyle you're currently embodying. But there's something about it that's keeping you shackled. We have the shackles here with the attachment card. We have the fact that she's locked into this gate and she's the only one that has the key, right? So this is very much about you guys strategizing a way to sort of branch out of your comfort zone. So you're taking a risk. You're leaving behind the comforts that you're used to and coming up with a practical plan to expand and explore and to seek the thing out that you feel most emotionally fulfilled by. You know, the material things are just those, it's just that, it's just material things. So it's great to have a lot of money. It definitely makes your life easier. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. It's great to have money. It's great to have stability. It's great to have a high-paying job where maybe you're very well liked and there's a lot of accolades that can come with it. But there's something that is not fulfilling to this group. You don't feel fulfilled in your current situation, which is why there's an energy of expansion here. So, and I do feel like this group with the Hierophant card, I have to say, I feel like you guys are this Hierophant as well. I think that you are highly skilled in whatever it is that you do. You are a mentor, a subject matter expert, a teacher, a consultant, a spiritual advisor. Any of these titles I feel does apply to my pile 1 groups. With the eighth house, I think that you guys support other people on their own healing and spiritual journeys in life in some way through embodying that sort of energy, that role. And I feel like where you're at is not allowing your own sparkle. It's not like sparkly enough for you. You know what I mean? Wherever you're at, it's very confining. And you're too big and too, I'm just going to say it. You're too important for wherever you're at. Okay? You have a lot more to offer than this little comfortable place that you're sitting in right now. Okay? So let's continue for pile 1. I'm like obsessed with your reading. So for pile 1, what are they manifesting? We have spiritual understanding. I'm bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. I mean, if that doesn't really resonate with everything we've been saying this whole time, I feel like you guys have probably also been seeing and hearing signs, synchronicities, seeing like repeating number sequences, or maybe seeing the same type of animal spirit, receiving messages through your dreams. Like all of these things are spiritual insights for you that are leading you toward this path. Okay, so let's continue for pile 1. What are they manifesting? Chakra cleansing. Call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. So this manifestation, it's about cleansing for you. It's about clearing stagnant energy. Because I feel like you guys have been kind of stagnant for a while, okay? Look at this. We also have moon cycles coming up, which is such an interesting synchronicity here with the moon. This says, notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations and capitalize upon these cycles. I think for you guys, this energy of the full moon that's approaching for you, and maybe as you're viewing this video for pile 1, from a timing perspective, you may look at when the next full moon will be, okay? I have no idea. I pre-record these videos, so I'm not sure when the next one will be in relation to when this is posted, but I think it's going to be really beneficial for this group to work with the energy of the next full moon to push themselves out of this comfort zone and to continue to manifest in the outcome that you're looking for. Full moons are about closings of chapters, right? The gibbous moon being very close to its peak of the full moon. But not only do they symbolize closing out chapters, they also symbolize pent-up energy that you can be using to your advantage, right? So what's next? We're going to pull, I've got a few more decks of cards. So let's just pull like 2 of these. Let's see. So for pile 1, what are they manifesting? What is pile 1 manifesting? What is pile 1 manifesting? We have the Mountain, challenges and achievements. I don't think that this has been easy for you. Like, I definitely can see that maybe it's felt like an uphill battle for you. And I think it's hard. You know, it's never easy walking away from the thing that we are so comfortable with or familiar with. And the gibbous moon energy is not easy energy either, right? Like we were talking about at the beginning, things can be feeling kind of tense or emotional right now. We also have the Peacock, pregnancy and wealth. It's so interesting that more money is coming up here for you guys. This also talking about pregnancy and fears, which makes a lot of sense. Like, I think the challenge for this group has really been more so of your own internal stuff. It's your own fears that have been keeping you stuck or making this change feel more like a battle or an uphill climb than it needed to be for some of you guys. Because again, we have so many indications here that you all actually have the key to change your situation within you, and you've always had it, right? Some of the hardest challenges to overcome sometimes can just be like yourself, you know? But with the pregnancy energy coming up, I do feel like this group is moving into a more abundant path. Like you're moving into a path of abundance. Maybe money is also something. Because again, with the 8th house, this is talking about shared resources too. So you could be getting some sort of financial support during this time as well that's assisting you through this time. Peacocks are very abundant. It's so interesting this is coming up because the other day I was at work and one of my team members put into our group chat that there was a peacock that was like on the loose in their neighborhood. And it's just like a random little suburban neighborhood in an area that like peacocks do not normally live. So it's just kind of interesting to see it pop up in this reading. All right, so we've got sexuality. Existing relationships could find a new passion and heightened sexual attraction. Opportunities for marriage and good family life are strong, but if single, beware of temptation that could lead to trouble. Okay, this as a child will also bring great joy. I love these cards. Kind of interesting because the 8th house can also talk about like intimacy and sex and things like that. For some of you guys too, these themes about relationships and seeking fulfilling relationships may be also interwoven into your manifestation. It's interesting that it also talks about children here too, because we've had pregnancy come up a couple of times. So maybe for some of you guys, pregnancy or children are significant. If that's not the case, it's the metaphor of creation, right? Giving birth to a new life for yourself and nurturing that new life so that it comes to fruition. We also have nature. Interact with nature in the outdoors, around animals, farmlands, or by the ocean. This will be good for the soul and healing for you. So definitely look at this. We also have signs. Your future positive direction will reveal itself. Any doubts and confusions will soon disappear. So I think you guys need to keep following the signs and synchronicities that are being shown to you, because all of the information and insights that you need are the key to unlocking where you're supposed to be going here. So, or where you want to go rather. So let's just close it out with a few of these little angel answers cards. So what else should pile 1 know about their manifestation, please? We have romance. So this is coming up again with relationships. So this could be significant here. Relationships, romantic relationships, but also falling in love with your life, you guys. This doesn't feel like it's all about love and romance to me. Like it feels more bigger. It feels like bigger than this. Like your life in general. You know what I mean? And so if you're living a happy life that's in alignment with the things that you know fulfill you and bring you joy, your love life will upgrade too, you know? Let's see. We have it's up to you. So kind of like, again, with you being the one that has the key to this. You have to make the choice. You have to take the action. You have to make the move. Okay? No one's telling you you have to do this or that. This is your choice. One more for pile 3. I'm sorry, pile 1. We also have perfect timing. So this is now is the time. Under the deck, we also have 1 year from now. So I think for some of you guys, this could be a longer term sort of goal, right? A longer term goal or manifestation that you're calling in. But now is the time. Now is the perfect timing to get started. Now is the perfect time to continue, solidify, keep doing what you're doing, etc. I feel big change coming for you guys. I feel like in a year from now, your life is going to be totally transformed. I'm really being drawn to this globe here. Like I feel some of you guys could be traveling or moving or exploring. We also have within the next few weeks. So within the next few weeks, it's time to kind of start getting this ball rolling, coming up with your strategy if you haven't already. I feel really excited when I think about the future for this group. So beautiful reading, pile 1. Please comment below. Let me know how you feel that this is resonating with your situation. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated once I post the next reading, and I look forward to seeing you there. Bye. Hey, pile 2. If you guys chose these little clear quartz crystals, this is going to be your reading. So we're going to be looking at what are you currently manifesting. So let's jump right in and get started. So we start you off with the Hermit. Oh, we have the 4 of Cups. And we have the Waxing Crescent Moon. Have faith in your dreams. All right, my beautiful pile 2s. So here's what I feel is coming through for you guys. I think that you guys are in a place right now where you're calling in a time of sort of deep introspection and reflection with the Hermit. Virgo season could be really significant for some of you guys here with the Hermit card coming up. I feel like you guys are just in a place with the 4 of Cups where you may be feeling a bit dissatisfied with your life, dissatisfied with something in your life, maybe dissatisfied with the outcome of something, or you know, I don't know why I'm feeling creative energy from this too. Maybe because of all the like the beautiful rainbow colors here. And just like the vibe that I get from this person in the card just seems like very creative to me. I think though that this group is needing at this time to understand that where you're at right now within your situation is just the beginning. Okay, it's just the beginning with the Waxing Crescent Moon. This is only the beginning phases of the new moon energy, right? And so now is actually a time where inspired action is going to be incredibly important for you. And I think through taking some time to disconnect from the situation and sort of reflect on what's gone on, it's actually giving you the opportunity to better understand what type of tangible steps you can be taking in order to reach the goal that you're looking to achieve, okay? This can be any type of goal. It could be, you know, dating stuff. It could be like career stuff. There's so many different things that this could be talking about, but the Waxing Crescent Moon is saying that right now you have to like pace and manage out your expectations of the situation because you're just starting off. So you can't expect it to be perfect overnight. You can't get too attached to a specific outcome right now. And I think if you guys are attached to a specific outcome, the issue with this is that you're missing out on other types of opportunities and support that are all around you here. So let's move into the astrology cards next. Help us understand what pile 2 is manifesting. What is pile 2 manifesting? I kind of feel like this group has recently made some sort of a change in their life as well, or some sort of a change with regard to whatever situation this is that's on your mind. And maybe because you made this change, you thought that things would happen a lot faster, but they're not. We have Aquarius energy with the 12th house at the bottom, which this is so interesting with introspection being the key word here, because I see you calling in a very introspective period of your life here. Now, what I'm really being guided to in this 4 of Cups is the fact that we have this person here that's offering up their cup, or maybe this is a singing bowl. I can't really tell from the illustration, but there's somebody here that's coming in and offering you this like divine opportunity, whether it's divine support, divine love, divine anything. It's an opportunity for you that I feel that you guys could be missing because it doesn't look like what you want it to look like, okay? But with Aquarian energy coming up here, you guys are actually calling in a time of collaboration with others. And it's so interesting because in your overall energies, these cards are very isolating, right? It's kind of you just being on your own. Maybe this is the energy that you're kind of in as you're coming into this reading, where you've been doing things on your own, or doing things in a certain way for a while, or maybe disconnecting from something. But Aquarian energy is talking about the need to collaborate, and collaborate in a way that sort of supports the collective while still maintaining your own sense of uniqueness, because Aquarius is very unique energy. Aquarian energy is also telling me that whatever this is about for you guys, it's about living authentically and being your own weird, unique self. You know, maybe you guys have an unorthodox way of going about things, or you're trying to manifest something into your life that's a little bit different than what traditional norms of your area are, okay? And if you guys are thinking, you know, about what steps to take here with your manifestation, because it does feel that this group needs to kind of put some action in if you haven't already. I think that you're being guided to work with others, collaborate with others, be of service to others, and also think outside the box. Because I think that's the issue here, is there's something that's outside of the box that's being presented to you that you could be missing or overlooking. Okay? Tell us more. What is pile 2 manifesting? What is pile 2 manifesting? We have the Angel of Balance. Okay. We also have strategy. And we have indecision at the bottom of the deck. So you guys are sort of at a crossroads in your life right now, it seems. And I feel like this Angel of Balance is sort of talking about you honoring this energy of detachment a little bit. Aquarius is detachment as well. The Hermit is detachment. There's definitely something about your manifestation that you are calling in a time of detachment from this situation so that you can balance things out. So let's read about the Angel of Balance, because I like to read from the guidebook for this deck sometimes. This says, being centered and self-honoring in your choices, which makes so much sense, you guys, with Aquarian energy and just really marching to the beat of your own drum. This loving presence holds a pitcher of liquid light in front of the pyramids, reminding you that a strong destiny relies on a solid foundation of personal balance and emotional equanimity. Although things may have been out of sync in the past, this card is telling you that a greater equilibrium is now coming to your life. Remain conscious about how you're balancing your goals and your physical and emotional energy as well. Whenever you feel yourself getting off center or losing focus, call upon this beautiful angel and bring her intention into your heart center. Your intuition will lead you in the right direction, and the angel will guide you to a peaceful and centered approach. So you guys are definitely manifesting balance in your life. You're manifesting balance. You're manifesting authenticity, living authentically true to self. And with the strategy card coming up here, let's read about this one too. Why not? Let's see. Making a plan. This card shows a pen, journal, compass, and key. When you receive this card upright, it indicates that this is the optimum time for setting up a very specific strategy for achieving your goals, which is exactly what this card is talking about as well. Write about the direction you want to go in. Consider any potential change in course that may be needed. Be aware of the particulars regarding your goals and have some conscious plan in mind. Structure the short-term goals needed to make your long-term goal a reality. This card is telling you to spend some time setting things in order. It's time to take full control, add thought to action, and set your sights on the road ahead. So being very future-oriented here and starting to kind of get the energy flowing instead of feeling maybe apathy or shut down to it, okay? I feel like this group needs to consider what your long-term goal is. What are you wanting to achieve with this manifestation? What is the manifestation goal? Okay, and then as this card talks about, crafting a plan with the support of others to get you there. So what are all the little short-term goals that you need to be completing in order to make that long-term goal a reality for yourself? Really like breaking it out into chunks with Virgo energy being here, getting organized, right? Making lists, setting dates on the calendar, getting tasks in motion, you know? This group is very much about like if you need to have faith that what you want to achieve is possible. However, it's also talking about the fact that like you have to put in some tangible effort to get there. Okay, if you haven't already. So for pile 2, what are they manifesting? Clear your space. Get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use feng shui. So simplifying is very important to this, which makes sense again with the balance card. So getting rid of chaotic energy in your life, whether that's people in your life that cause chaos or pull you out of balance, removing yourself with the Hermit card from situations that disturb your peace, right? Moving things around so that it doesn't feel so stagnant, okay? We have brilliant idea. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. Yeah, like I was kind of getting in the beginning of this reading that this group has some sort of creative energy, like this creative idea that they want to take and run with. And this is a divinely guided idea. So again, more messaging here around taking action. We also have spread your wings. Do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you're ready to soar. You guys already had enough time of introspection. Now the only introspection you need to be doing is about planning, right? It's about taking a minute to plan it out and not allowing yourself to remain stagnant or apathetic. All right, so what is pile number 2 manifesting? We have the scales, justice, and documents. More about balance coming up. For some of you guys, there could be a contract that you're signing of some sort of commitment that you're setting to yourself, with yourself or with someone else. Partnerships could be significant, again, with Aquarian energy. We also have Libra energy here. Slowness and protection with the turtles. So this is something where it's like, it's not going to happen overnight. Okay, we also have endings and beginnings here with the wheel. This is something that you have to take the wheel, take the reins to navigate, right? And I think pace yourself because slow and steady wins the race here. Having a plan is really important. I don't think this is something that's happening overnight because you guys are just getting started with this energy. Maybe coming into this reading, you've just had like this divine idea, like this card talks about, this brilliant idea. And now that you have ideated, let's talk about how we can bring it to life, right? Libra season could be significant in terms of timing for this group as well. Maybe even Aquarius season. So Virgo, Libra, and Aquarius time frames could be significant. Let's see, what is pile 2 manifesting? Signs. Your future positive direction will reveal itself. Any doubts and confusions will soon disappear. So listening to the signs, paying attention to the signs and synchronicities that you've been receiving. I think through this Hermit energy of detachment, you guys will be able to understand more clearly where you're being guided. Maybe this group has been seeing a lot of synchronicities in terms of like repeating numbers or animals, messages in their dreams, things like that. We have perseverance. You may feel like you're getting nowhere, but there are wonderful changes ahead. Don't give up. And that's what I feel with this Four of Cups. I feel like you guys are just kind of annoyed with the situation. Like maybe things just haven't looked the way you wanted them to look or haven't turned out the way you wanted with the current efforts that you've been putting in. But you keep getting repeated messages in this reading about taking action and keeping on going with this amazing idea that you've had. We also have tough and trying times. Tough times ahead, think long term and make decisions accordingly. Avoid negative people at all costs, which I think you guys are doing. It's like clearing your space, detaching from negativity. And as this card says with the turtle, like thinking long term versus short term. Thinking, where does the person that I am today want to be in the long term? Are the actions that I'm taking today going to make the future me of tomorrow feel good? How are my choices today impacting the me of tomorrow, right? So let's go ahead and close it out with just a few more cards. So what else does pile 2 need to know about their manifestation, please? Communicate clearly. So definitely getting support through others via communication. Expressing yourself authentically is important here. Improving health. So the situation will be getting better when this card comes up. No need to worry. So releasing anxieties, fears, attachments. We have asked for help from others at the bottom of the deck, which makes sense with Aquarius coming up here. So definitely a really beautiful reading for you, pile 2. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments how you feel like this aligns with what it is that you're going through in your life and what you're trying to manifest. Comment below and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading. And I look forward to seeing you then. Bye. Hey, pile 3, if you guys picked out this honey calcite crystal, this will be your reading. So we're going to be looking into what you're currently manifesting. So let's go ahead and jump in. Starting you off, we have judgment. We have a 2 of cups. And we have a full moon in Pisces. Balance spirituality and practicality. Okay, pile 3, what are you manifesting? So, full moon in Pisces. Full moons are definitely an indication for this group. I feel like the full moon is indicating a lot of energy around this situation. Especially with it being in Pisces, I do think there's a lot of emotion here within your situation of whatever it is you're calling into your life. I feel like with Pisces being here, there's been a lot of dreamy, sort of, maybe even spiritual, but dreamy energy around the situation, very emotional energy. It's also with Pisces an energy of like kind of, sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's mutable. It's mutable water. So think of water that's just kind of spilling over everywhere and that's not contained, right? So emotion that's spilling over, not contained for some of you guys. With the message of balancing spirituality and practicality, what I feel you guys are actually calling in, though, through this manifestation is bringing some practical energies into the situation here. Maybe it's been a little bit too like tipped toward the side of emotion with Pisces, or tipped toward the side of fantasy, or toward the side of just sort of this like dreamy energy, which is beautiful, right? We love an escapist Pisces moment. Okay, I know that I do. But you guys are manifesting a more practical balance to things, okay? The Two of Cups is telling me that this manifestation has to do with partnerships. Now, for some of you, this is romantic. So I definitely could see with this group, this being about romantic relationships, especially with the Pisces energy being here. I could see this being about a romantic partnership. But if you guys are coming to this reading and that doesn't really resonate for you, you can apply it to really any partnership of significance in your life or just partnerships in general. But I feel for most of you, this does have to do with some sort of a relationship that's really important that does have a lot of emotion and emotional investment surrounding it, okay? And with the Judgment card being here, this is all about rebirth. It's about renewal. It's about second chances. It's about ascension here. I feel like for you guys, you are ascending as an individual. And part of your ascension in seeing the situation is seeing the situation from a higher perspective because you're leveling up in a sense. It's like a video game, right? She's past this level and she's getting ready to move on to the next chapter, the next scene, right? So I feel that you guys are now looking at this situation through maybe a bit more of a practical lens and really asking yourself, is the timing right to renew this energy? You know, is the timing really right to take this to the next level? Is the timing really right, or is the situation right for where I'm at in my life? So let's continue for pile 3. Tell me more for pile 3. What is pile 3 manifesting? Whoa, hold on, too many. Wait a second, we have to take these. We have to take those. We do, because it fits into the message. So we've got the 7th house and we have Chiron, which is so funny. So yes, this does have to do with relationships with the 7th house. Some of you guys may have Pisces in the 7th house. You can always check your birth chart to see what sign rules your 7th house of relationships. But with Chiron being here, Chiron is like the wounded healer, right? So this is basically we all have this in our chart. And from my understanding, this is where we have this wound that was basically given to us based off of our surroundings, our upbringing. It's not something you ever fully heal from. It's kind of always there. But in this lifetime, we can learn it, understand it, and also become healers through understanding ourselves better, right? There's definitely something here with healing partnerships for you. And the fact that balance is coming up here is making me feel like this group has had a lot of, it's like there's a need here to not lose yourself in your relationships, in your romantic partnerships. Maybe to be more discerning as well. Let's continue. What is pile 3 manifesting? We have the storm warning. What is pile 3 manifesting? Yes. It's about, this is so about love for this group. So we also have indecision here at the bottom of the deck. For some of you, this definitely feels like this is about an existing partnership or someone from the past, a situation from your past, that there's been maybe some healing work that's needed to be done here. But with the Judgment card and the door to romance, it's like what you guys are manifesting is a new opportunity for welcoming love into your life. But I feel like this opportunity to welcome love into your life, whether it's an existing person or a new person. If you're coming to this reading and there's no existing person that you guys have attachment to, then it will be a new person for you, right? But what I feel this Judgment card is talking about is a rebirth in your love life in general and being able to go into new opportunities for love. Now that you have a deeper understanding of self with Chiron, you've done the work, and making sure you're going into it with more discernment and more of a balanced energy. Because I kind of feel with this group, with Pisces being here, is I feel like in the past, you guys have really gotten swept up into like the fantasy of the relationship or really lost yourself in the emotion of the relationship. Sometimes with Pisces energy, I can speak to this because I have a 7th house, Pisces in my 7th house. So I know I've dealt with all the tough lessons around this. But like sometimes this is when we sort of like project our sort of fantasies and delusions onto the situation instead of seeing it for practically what it is. And so there's a tendency here, I think, to like ignore the warning signs because we just want to project the best qualities that we see of onto the person, right? It doesn't make a person all bad. It just means that like we're ignoring the things that are like glaringly warning signs, okay? So this is like a new opportunity for you guys to actually like look at romantic relationships and show up differently in romantic relationships. You're showing up with more balance. You're showing up honoring the fact that it's a spiritual connection or honoring the emotion, but not getting lost in it. You guys also have the Pallas Athena here at the bottom of the deck, which has think on it. So it's like adding a little bit more logic into things. And with the storm warning being here, I think being able to take a moment to say, okay, like there's a red flag here. What do I actually think about this practically? Okay. So yeah, let's see what else. New love coming in for pile 3. Let's see. So for pile 3, what are they manifesting, please? What is pile 3 manifesting? What is pile 3 currently manifesting, please? Teaching and learning. Keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. What else? Leadership. It is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. For some of you guys, I think that you actually could be, look at this, you guys. Literally, the synchronicities in your reading are insane. This says, we angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. Relationship harmony. Again, bringing things back into balance. I feel like confidence, self-confidence is maybe something that you guys have been healing when it comes to your relationships, especially with Chiron being here. There's a lot of yellow energy in this reading with these 2 angel cards specifically. So you guys also picked a yellow crystal too, which also is great for like solar plexus healing, and which is all about our self-confidence, our self-concept, right? The way we show up in the world, our leadership energy. So I think that you guys have actually been doing a lot of healing of your self-esteem through relationships up until this point. And now I see you having an opportunity here to step into that leadership energy for yourself. So like kind of going back to Pisces, it's not about like losing yourself in the relationship. It's about creating those like structures and boundaries for yourself to keep in mind as you're navigating connections, especially if you know you're the type of person that tends to get really like lost in a connection because you get just like really swept up in the love of it all, which is great. I think it's about like maybe even coming up with your boundaries, sticking to your boundaries, sticking to your frameworks for yourself and being that leader in the connection in that way instead of just letting the other person sort of dictate how you flow all the time. But I was going to say before I got distracted by the bottom of the deck card, I could see for this group that maybe you're even stepping out and using your relationship healing and the experiences that you've been through to support and guide others, providing guidance in some way, creating content. Kind of was like an energy of putting yourself out into the public with this as well, which is really cool. All right, so let's see what else for pile 3. What else is pile number 3 manifesting? What is this about? But this is definitely like you guys are closing a cycle here with Judgment and the full moon It's like you've learned what you're supposed to learn now. And so now it's just ultimately up to you as to whether or not you're going to ascend, right? And you're going to close out the chapter or repeat it again. So you're definitely getting an opportunity here for a new path, a new start in love. All right, so what else for pile 3? We have the tree, stability and growth. Yeah. Ooh. And then we also have the wheel, endings and beginnings coming up here. Yeah, for some of you, this really could be about like a specific connection. I could see like going to the next level, new beginnings with this situation, growth, stability with the situation. But again, going back to the themes we've been talking about, I also see it as stability with yourself, stability within your own self-esteem and boundaries, right? Closing out the cycle with the endings and beginnings, letting go of the past and taking a new path. But definitely something about your manifestation is it's showing you growth and it's creating a stable framework for you. It does kind of feel for this group, for some of you guys, like there is sort of like a career aspect tied into this as well, where you're using the lessons that you've learned, something about your relationship or relationships, using those experiences to teach others. And I feel there's an energy of like this creating some sort of stability for your life through career. Okay, what else for pile 3? What are they manifesting? We have intuition. Trust your intuition. It is a great time to learn a new skill, change careers, or invest money. Yeah, so there is definitely a career energy coming up with this for a lot of you guys. We have wisdom. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on. Manifestations. A bountiful time awaits you. Your wishes can manifest right before your eyes. There's that dreamy Piscean energy. Yeah, so you guys are releasing the past. Definitely the full moon is talking about releasing, right? It's energies closing out, cycles closing out. So let's see for pile 3, what else should they know about their manifestation? Ooh. So we have a no coming up here. Maybe this is about your boundaries, learning when to say no. You know what I mean? Not saying yes to everything. Be assertive. Yep. Leadership energy coming up. You know, assertive doesn't mean aggressive, but it does mean sticking to your guns, right? What else for pile 3 about their manifestation? Do they need to know? Communicate clearly. Definitely important in relationships. But also in your teaching, right? Whatever you guys are teaching, you're being guided to communicate clearly here. So, very interesting energy, pile 3. Please let me know in the comments what's going on with you. How do you feel that this resonates with your situation? If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next video. And I'll see you there. Bye.